Hello and hi to all of my beautiful, lovely water signs, my Scorpios, Cancers, Pisces. How are you? We're going to be doing something a little bit different this week instead of I know I've been MIA, sorry, but instead of doing energy check-in, we are going to, I got a new deck, actually, is probably what I should say, the Zombie Tarot. I'm super excited about this. And we're going to be doing a spread from the instruction booklet called Eyeball, which is really just a little look into November. So these are going to be November predictions is really what it is. And then I also have a new Oracle deck that I'm throwing in there as well for some advice at the end. And I think that's it. So your timestamps are down below, and I can't wait to see you in each of your groups, lovelies. Bye. Hello and hi to all of my lovely Pisces. How are you today? We are going to get right into this. The first card is going to represent, sorry, let me look because I don't remember, the previous month. So this is going to be for September. So we're going to get a card that best represents September for Pisces. A card that best represents September for Pisces. A card that best represents September for Pisces. These spirits. There's a card that best represents September for Pisces. We have Temperance coming out. I like this for you. Temperance. And then we're going to get a card that best represents, sorry, I zoned out. I hate when I do that. Anyways, the life of having ADHD. Sorry, we're going to get a card that best represents the current month. We're going to get a card that best represents the current month. There's so much going on in my head right now, but I'm trying to focus on this reading. So I brought out my trusty crystal, and we're going to really focus on what Pisces, a card that best represents the current month for Pisces. What is a card that best represents the current month for Pisces? It's a card that best represents current month for Pisces. We have the Ace of Hazards coming out. Hazards in this deck are pentacles. So with the Ace of Hazards coming out, that's good, I feel like. And then we're going to go into the first week of November. What is a card that best represents the first week of November for Pisces? What is a card that best represents the first week? We have the Nine of Cups coming out. Can I get a card that best represents the second week of November, please, Spirit? Card that best represents the second week of November. We have the Two of Wands coming out. Ooh, I like this. I like this for you, Pisces. A card that best represents the third week of November, please. Spirit, what is a card that best represents the third week of November for Pisces? What is a card that best represents? We have the Page of Cups coming out. Get a card that best represents the fourth week of November for Pisces. A card that best represents the fourth week of November for Pisces. The fourth week. We have the Nine of Hazards coming out as well. Again, that is, what did I say? Pentacles. I was just thinking about how we started with the Ace of Hazards. And that's for the current month, and then by the end of November you'll reach the Nine of Hazards. I think that's really cool. And then a card that represents any possibilities for next month. What is a card that best represents any possibilities for next month? We have which one? We have the, okay, okay, so we have the Queen of Wands and the Lovers coming out. So these are possibilities for next month. So I definitely, okay, I'm gonna put them like this. And we're gonna look at this and I'm gonna, all right, okay, so basically what I'm seeing let's see. We'll start with for the previous month, which is September. You got Temperance. So I feel like in September, a lot of things were really coming, like you were starting to gain a better understanding of the way that is my crystal. You were coming to a better understanding of the way that things needed to play out, and the way that they needed what you needed to do, what your actual like position in this whole game, really, I guess is what I want to say. I don't know, the word position made me think of game, but you're figuring out what it is that you need to do in order for you to move forward into that Ace of Hazards energy. Things were balancing, but I feel like it wasn't like they were balancing at a cost. Like there were things that you lost because of that in the month of September, but it left so much room for new things in October and pushing into November and eventually December. So you are coming into a very abundant time, Pisces. A very abundant year with 2022, with Jupiter being in your sign for a mass majority of the year. I just think that it's really setting you up. September and October really set you up to have like it end nicely, for you to push into this very abundant year. The first week of November, you have the Nine of Cups, so it's, wish fulfillment is really what that's talking about. It's like you're sitting there. I mean, this girl right here, she's got everything she needs. She's in her cute little bunker. She's got her gun. She's got her blanket. She's got her bullets. Look at the beach behind her. I mean, like, she's prepared, basically. She has everything that she could really want in this zombie apocalypse. But just you too, in this first week of November, you're kind of like basking in everything that it is that you've accomplished and everything that you have. And I love that it's very forward moving momentum too. You go into the Two of Wands into the second week of November, and so you're moving forward. You're seeing the path ahead of you, and you're seeing which way you need to go and what road you got to take, and you're like, okay, that's where I'm gonna go. Into the Page of Cups in the third week. I think with the Page of Cups, this is definitely, I think, coincides with the later energy of the Lovers. I just think that something new could be love coming in for you, Pisces. I do think that you're more focused on self-love. That is definitely something that I can see here, especially with the Nine of Pentacles coming out as your fourth week. You're kind of the Nine of Hazards in this deck, but you're kind of really, same thing with the Queen of Wands coming out, basking in it, all of the energy that is you and all that is. I never showed the bottom deck energy was the Eight of Cups. I'm very sorry. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're leaving behind. Look at that. She's got her bag and she's like, oh, ta-ta. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, bye, run away, zombies. You can't catch me. Like, literally, you're like, all right, bye, leaving it in the dust, leaving everything behind, not really worrying about it, not letting that affect you, and it's helping you. Like, you're coming into your own. You're coming into this, I don't know, higher status, this higher level. You're going through your glow up, or whatever you want to call it. I really see this as being a very abundant time for you, an amazing time for you, the month of November, Pisces. I'm gonna get some cards, some more tarot to clarify some things. I'm really just gonna clarify the weeks, this current month as well, and then we'll go into advice. Okay, so to clarify the Ace of Hazards, please. The Ace of Just the Ace of Pentacles. Can you clarify the Ace of Hazards? You're probably like, oh my God, stop saying that now. Please clarify the Ace of Hazards. I keep hearing you are not alone. I don't know who that's for, but you're not alone. Stop thinking that you're alone, Pisces. You're not. Can we please clarify the Ace of Swords? The Ace of Hazards, excuse me, I'm sorry. The Ace of Hazards. Here we go. The Nine of Cups is coming out. Second time in this reading. Yeah. So you are not alone. I don't know why, but I was hearing that. Nine of Cups. Can we clarify the Nine of Cups? The Lovers is coming out. That is the second time in this reading that both of those cards have come out. Okay, can we clarify the Two of Wands, please, Spirit? Clarify the Two of Wands. The Page of Cups just is, yeah, the Page of Cups. That's the second time that's come out as well. Can we clarify the Page of Cups? We have the Four of Wands. Okay. Okay, Pisces. Can we clarify the Nine of Hazards, please? The Nine of Pentacles. Can we clarify the Nine of Hazards, please? Was the Queen of Pentacles, I believe, that just popped. Oh, the Hierophant. Wow. But yes, similar energy. The Hierophant is coming out. Can we clarify the Queen of Wands? We have Justice coming out. And then can we clarify the Lovers, please? Okay, the Six of Swords is coming out. And your bottom deck energy, Pisces, is the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I'm sorry, I don't know. Basically, okay, love is definitely coming, definitely in the cards for you in November. Okay, you have, all right, we'll start from the beginning. You have, with the Ace of Swords, which is starting now in October, you have the Nine of Cups. Definitely something, you're making something happen for yourself right now in the month of October. Some decision, something that you've done, something that you have wanted, you are actually following through with, and it's actually, it's a dream come true for you, and it's definitely something that you needed to be able to move yourself forward. Proud of you, Pisces. If no one said it to you yet, I'm saying it to you right now. Then with that first week of November, we have the Nine of Cups. You have everything you need, which is allowing you to really see yourself and love yourself for everything that you are, and be grateful, and being grateful for what you have. And that first week of November, you're like, wow, look at all my stuff. And not like materialistic, but like love, abundance, light, job, home. Like, you're like, my material world is good. I'm aligned. I'm good. What else do I need to work on? Like, it's like you're so, it's good for you. With the Two of Wands, the second week of November, you have the Page of Cups is also coming out as well. So that's definitely, you're allowing yourself to look forward, I feel like, with love. You're allowing yourself to open up these new opportunities with these other people that you maybe have never even thought about before. Like, you're allowing yourself to let go of past mistakes and move forward, and not letting it determine what is going to happen with the rest of your life, which is so exhausting, Pisces. We have the Page of Cups coming out as your third week. We have the Four of Wands. You could definitely, a lot of you, not a lot of you, some of you could be looking at really committing to someone. If you're already like talking to somebody, or if you're already in a relationship, this could talk about love, marriage, definitely. Especially with the Hierophant coming out after that with the Nine of Hazards. So you're really owning your own power in the last week of November. And with the Hierophant, that definitely could be like solidified that you are, this is where you're like, this is my person, and we're gonna get married, and we're gonna be together forever. For some of you, like I said though, who are single, that's really, I just feel like somebody's gonna come into, this means that someone is coming into your life that could mean a lot to you, and you are seeing yourself, and I want you to remember this right now, Pisces, that I'm saying this, right? You're seeing yourself in a really positive light right now, and I want you to hold on to that. Don't allow yourself to get wrapped up. I mean, they say that we're hopeless romantic, but like, don't allow yourself to get wrapped up in just this one person, so you stop fixating, so you stop focusing on yourself. You need to still focus on what you need and still keep going with this forward momentum. With the Queen of Wands, you had the Justice card come out. So I feel like some truth is coming to light here that is allowing you to own your own power, to take back your power from those who are still holding on to it, and you to really just, you're like, yeah, no, I feel like you already knew. The thing is like this truth that's coming out, I feel like you already knew it to be true. And now that it's finally coming out, you're like, thank you. And then you're like, next. Literally, thank you, next. Like Ariana Grande, you're done. You're over it. It's time to move on. You have the Lovers coming out, and as well for the next month, which I don't know, in the last videos that I did, I was viewing that as December. You could view this as November as a whole. There are possibilities to come though with the Lovers, and is being clarified by the Six of Swords. So you're definitely moving forward, I feel like, when it comes to love, and when I feel like you've gained enough in yourself to, you know, you're always going to be building on that, because you're always going to want to be healing, I think. Just, you're always going to want to change. You're just one of those people who, I mean, Pisces are always those kind of people. They're always thinking they're somewhere else. They're not on this material, you know, level. We're on this, you know, I say they, we, us, you guys, about Pisces. I'm just saying. Anyways, we're going to get some oracle cards for advice for the month of November. I'm going to move myself so that I can put them in front of me. Let's see. What is some advice that we can leave with Pisces for the month of November? What is some advice that we can leave with Pisces for the month of November? What is some advice that we can leave with my beautiful Pisces for the month of November? We have accept what is dying coming out. Say no. Imagine solutions. Let's see what else. Strengthen your gifts is coming out. Excuse me, ask with serenity. Nurture yourself first. Nurture yourself first. I was like, I'm missing a word. Wake up call. Oh, okay. Like one more card. I guess 2 is fine. Then we have express your joy. And give, oh, grieve your losses. Oh, I love that. Okay, so basically from this, what I'm seeing here, Pisces, it's time for you to let go. Like, okay, first of all, know that there's enough strength within you for you to withstand anything. You've gotten through so much before that you can get through whatever it is that the universe wants to throw at you now. Just know that. Just know that, first of all. Second of all, accept what you've lost. You know, let go of that. Like, accept it. Feel it. It hurts. I know it does. And then let it go. Then release it. Okay? You don't have to forget those people or forget what they've done to you or these things or what it's given you. But when it's time to say goodbye, it's time to say goodbye. And you need to, and when it's also, okay, one thing at a time. Sorry. When it's time to let go, it's time to let go. And you just need to know that now is the time. This is a sign. It's okay. Release those things. Don't hold on to them anymore. Don't allow them to sabotage you or pull you down. Again, 3, okay? Say no. Learn to set boundaries. I know it's hard. I can see from this, like, that you are starting to keep that momentum going. Don't get caught up. Don't get distracted. You're doing good. Keep that energy going, Pisces, okay? All the way through November to December, all the way into next year, while Jupiter is in your sign. Like, listen to me, okay, Pisces? What else? Listen to me. I know that it's hard. I'm sorry, I just bounced off of like 4 different topics in my head. I know that it's hard, but you have to be able to learn when to say no, when a situation isn't healthy for you, and when you need to let go. And I can see that you're on the right path, but you have to be able to keep going. And I know that you have the strength to keep going, but you have to. And you have to, in order to do that, in order to do any of this, you have to remember to take care of yourself, Pisces. Take care of yourself. This nurture yourself first is coming out for a reason. I feel like taking care of yourself on a materialistic level, taking care of yourself on an emotional level, take care of yourself on a physical level too, okay? Like, you need all of those. Mind, body, soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it. You need to take care of all of those things, and they need, in order for it all to work simultaneously and continuously and in a good positive way, and like in a way that continues. And I feel like this is your wake-up call. I feel like this is your wake-up call right here, right now. The month of November, the end of October into the month of November is really gonna skyrocket you. That bottom of the deck energy over there for that was the Eight of Wands, which I didn't talk about. I feel like all this is gonna happen really fast. You're letting shit go and you're not letting it hold you back anymore. And you just need to keep with that momentum. Okay. That's all that I have for you today, Pisces. I really, really hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm sending so much love and light your way. And I want you to know that you're strong enough to get through this. I also want to invite you to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Just go ahead, do that. Just do it. I'm just saying. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I can't wait to see you again in another video. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful Scorpios this morning. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. Yeah, so we'll get right into it. This first week, we're going to be getting a card that best represents last month. So that's going to be September. Let's get a card that best represents September for Scorpios. There's a card that best represents the month of September for Scorpios. That's a card that best represents last month for Scorpio. We have the Knight of Swords coming out. All right. A card that best represents this current month. It's a card that best represents this current month for Scorpio. It is a card that best represents the current month for Scorpio. We have the Star coming out. I'm going to check and see. Okay. The stars, it's upright. I thought the way I pulled it was weird, so I had to check. So it's in the upright. So a card that best represents the first week of November for Scorpio. It's a card that best represents the first week of November for Scorpio. What's a card that best represents? We have the Two of Hazards coming out in the reverse. That's the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. What's a card that best represents the second week of November for Scorpio? What is a card that best represents the second week? The Three of Cups is coming out for the second week of November. What's a card that best represents the third week of November for Scorpio? Card that best represents the third week of November. We have the Three of Hazards coming out. It's a card that best represents the last week of November for Scorpio. It's a card that best represents the last week. We have the Ten of Wands coming out. Okay. And then a card that best represents next month. What's a card that best represents the next month for Scorpios? Next month for Scorpio. Card we have the, I don't know what it is. It won't show me. Ten of Swords coming out. Okay. Your bottom deck energy is the Nine of Swords. All right, okay. Basically, okay, so I feel like a lot happened for you in September, Scorpio. I'm going to be completely honest with the Knight of Swords coming out. I feel like you were making a lot of impulsive decisions, or you were just doing a lot of crazy things that maybe you constitute as crazy. But I just think that a lot was happening. It was all this fast-paced energy, and things were just moving quicker than you could really grasp them. But I feel like now in October, you shift into this more healing sort of energy, especially with the Star coming out. So I just feel like now you're in this sort of energy where it's like, you're kind of looking back at last month and looking now at this month and kind of being like, ooh, wish I hadn't done some of those things, but that's okay. You know, you're working through them now and you're trying to deal with the consequences of your own actions, but you are dealing with the consequences of your own actions is what I feel like is coming through with the Stars. You're really trying to heal and look towards the future and looks towards better things. With the Two of Hazards, I can see that it's not easy, but you're really trying to balance things out. You're trying to juggle things. The Hazards in this deck is the Pentacles, by the way. So you're trying to, look at him. He's trying to, do both, basically. Look at, he's got a chain to the the zombie, and he's doing his science, and he's trying, like, basically I feel like you're trying to figure out how you can do everything, but you don't have to do everything, Scorpio. There are people that you can lean on. With the second week of November, the Three of Cups is coming out. I can see that that's really a time of celebration for you. I think you are starting to, okay, like, yes, like how you were looking back. I think a lot of November for you, at least the first half of it, is about reflection. You're really looking back at the things that in this, like, but in this month, you're looking back at the things that may have not gone well and how that your actions led you to there. Whereas in the second week of November, you're really looking at how your hard work and dedication has led you to be able to be in these like highs and be in these successful moments where you're celebrating about your wins. You know what I mean? Then in the third week of November, you have the Three of Hazards coming out. So it's like you're really putting in a lot more hard work and dedication. So you took that time to celebrate. You took that time to be like, yeah, I'm awesome. And me and my girls or my guys, we out here getting drunk, getting crunk, doing whatever we're doing because we're great. And then went right back to hustling and grinding with the Three of Swords. I feel like you're really like I feel like you like this group, like, I don't know if you already have this group or like this is like a new group for you, but I feel like you're really starting to put a lot of time and effort into this group, and it's building something more off of that for you. The Ten of Wands is coming out as your end of November. I feel like there's a lot, the last week of November, there's a lot going on that may feel really heavy to you, and like, it's a lot to juggle, it's a lot to carry. Like you don't want to. It's kind of like you don't want to, but you know that you have to, and it's kind of pushing you into this sort of energy of this Ten of Swords energy. If you let it, you don't have to let it. You can, it's gonna, if you let it though, it's gonna not just push you into this Ten of Swords, but this Nine of Swords as well, which is your bottom deck energy. I think overall you're kind of scared of this, as what it's saying is, with the Nine of Swords being your bottom deck energy. You're afraid for what November has to bring. You're afraid because you have been taking the time to heal, and you have been taking the time to really reflect, and so now you're afraid that some of that bad karma might actually catch up to you, and you're going to be feeling this way. But I think you have to be careful because you could put yourself in this mood. It doesn't have to be something. It could just end up being you. So you got to be careful when it comes to that, Scorpio. All right, we're gonna go ahead and clarify some of these. Let's clarify. We're gonna clarify these. Hold on, I'm gonna just cut the deck a couple times. All right. What do you know? All right, we're gonna clarify some of these. Can we clarify the Two of Hazards, which is the Two of Pentacles? Please, Spirit, can we clarify the Two of Hazards? These for Scorpio. Two of Hazards. Let's clarify this Two of Hazards. Please, Spirit. Ooh. Oh, okay. So we have the Two of Swords coming out in the reverse. So I feel, okay, hold on. I'm going to get all the cards first. I do that a lot. I'm sorry. Can we clarify the Three of Cups, please, Spirit? Can we clarify the Three of Cups? We have the Ace of Pentacles coming out. Can we clarify the Three of Hazards, please, Spirit? We have the Six of Wands coming out. Yeah. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands, please, Spirit. Can we clarify the Ten of Wands? Ten of Wands, please, Spirit. Yeah, that makes sense. The Strength card is coming out. Strength. Excuse me, pardon mademoiselle. Can we clarify the Star, please? I totally forgot. I want to clarify the Star as well. Can we clarify the Star, please, Spirit? Clarify the Star, please, Spirit. Clarify the Star. So we have the Devil coming out. Can we clarify? I also want to clarify the Ten of Swords, and then, yeah, all right, the Emperor. I don't know why I tried to say the Hero. I mean, not really different, but the Emperor. Bottom deck energy is the Knight of Swords energy. So you still have this Knight of Swords energy with you throughout all of this, is what I think that that's trying to say here. Through the entire month of November, you're still kind of like going, Scorpio, but you gotta start to slow. That's what this whole Mercury, and maybe that's why you've been this month not really having that energy of like that Knight of Swords. It's because Mercury's been in retrograde. It goes direct actually the day that I'm recording this video. So but that's really why you've been able to slow down and really heal and reflect. And I think that old habits die hard, that the devil coming out, you got to be careful or you can get wrapped back right up into the negative portions of like being like with the momentum. There's nothing wrong with having a lot of energy and moving quickly and having momentum, and but there is something if you don't ever think about it at least once. Like, you can't always act impulsively. You have to think about all of it as a whole. I think just so that you can prepare yourself. You don't have to overthink it. Be careful of that, because that could make you like not make a decision. It could make you more impassive, which is, you have the Two of Swords coming out in the first week of November. Sorry, I'm stuttering. In the first week of November, you have the Two of Swords coming out in reverse. So I really feel like you're totally letting go of this energy of being being so indecisive and not allowing. Like I said, you're trying to juggle these things. You're trying to balance these things, is the word I meant to say, with the Two of Hazards. And it's not easy, but I think that you're really letting go of what is holding you back from doing it, you know, with the Two of Swords coming out in reverse. For the second week of November, you have that Three of Cups, that Ace of Pentacles is coming out. So you, not only are you're taking advantage of that. Like, not only are you celebrating, but you're like, okay, we'll start anew with this and this and this, so that you can prepare. So then when you're done celebrating, that's how you go right back into that Three of Hazards, that dedication, that hard work. And you have that Six of Wands, which is saying that yes, you're going to see success. There's going to be victory from this hard work that you're putting in. And I can see that with that Ten of Wands coming out as your bottom, not your bottom deck energy, coming out as the last week of November, with that burden, with strength coming out. You have the strength to get through it. It may seem like hard, and it may seem like not something that you really want to do, but that's totally normal. You can't always get, there's literally that song is popping in my, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. So yes, this isn't something that you want to do. It seems almost like a burden to you, but you have the strength to get through it no matter what, is what it's saying. Then your bottom, again, I keep trying to say bottom deck energy. And then for your next month, Ten of Swords, clarifying that, got the Emperor. So it's like I was saying, if you take charge of this situation right now, this is kind of like a warning. Big, bold letters, warning right now for you to not allow yourself to get wrapped up into this Nine of Swords energy, this kind of panic, anxiety, this, deep in thought that's not allowing you to move, that's keeping you immobilized. Take charge instead. Take the weight. Look at that Emperor. Look at him sitting on that throne ready to go. Take charge of this situation, and don't allow yourself to be wrapped up in negative emotions and put yourself to this point where you're going backwards. You don't want to move 3 steps just to go back 10. Like, come on, seriously, Scorpio? Don't. We're gonna get some oracle cards for advice for the month of November, and then we're going to let you go, my lovelies. All right. What is some advice we can offer Scorpio for the month of November? What is some advice we can offer Scorpio for the month of November? They're brand new. I just got these decks. Well, yeah, the zombie one and the oracle one. What is some advice that we can offer Scorpio for the month of November? Oh, that was a chunk. Okay. It was a thick chunk. So we have strengthen your gifts coming out. Strengthen your gifts. Forgive and forget coming out. Choose your friends wisely. Like that. Begin to explore. Be true to yourself. What else? What else? What is some other advice we can offer Scorpio when it comes to the month of November? We have make no judgments. Think things through. Think things through. I like that. I like that for you. Laugh at your demons. Can I get one more card? One more card. Spirit. One more card. Live your soul, not a role. Ooh. Ooh, that hit me different, Scorpio. And your bottom deck energy here is wake up call. Wake up call, baby. Okay, so basically the advice that they're trying to offer for the month of November, it's time for you to come into your power, basically, Scorpio. It's time for you to start living for you and be true to what it is that you already know that you want and what you already know that you are capable of achieving. I feel like you need to really forgive past mistakes for yourself. Don't forgive and forget. I don't think it's about other people. It's about you. There is a lot of self-reflection here, I feel like, and I feel like you can forgive yourself for the things or mistakes that you view that you may have made, or the pain that you may have caused other people. You cannot control how other people feel, for one. Choose your friends wisely. I love that that's coming out for you. I feel like you gotta be more, you just have to, I want you to be more cautious when it comes to the people that you spend a lot of your time around. I just feel like people sometimes will bank off of your misery and the bad things that happen to you, or the way that you're not healing, or bank off of you, and I don't want that for you. I also think that it's time for you to like view things in a different way, but also just start living for yourself. Like, view them through your own eyes and not allow yourself to be wrapped up in what other people think and what other people feel and how they view the world, because you can only you can live your life, and your perception is not the same. Your perception of life is not the same as anyone else's, and only you have the capability of pushing through and just like laughing at your demons. I love that. Laughing in the face of the things that want to tear you down. What else was in there? Think things through. I like that. Okay, make no judgments. Make no judgments and think things through. I'm sorry, those are my two favorite ones. Because definitely, I think you have to think about it as a whole. There's a lot of impulsive energy in here. The Knight of Swords came out twice. There's a lot of impulsive energy here. You're kind of just like do. You really got to stop. And you really got to think about things, Scorpio. You can't keep going at that pace. You're going to burn out, and you're going to burn out quick. And it's going to be a lot worse than what has happened in the past. And if you don't allow yourself to heal from that stuff like you've been doing, you're gonna get caught back up in the devil. You're gonna get caught back up in your addictions and the things that are holding you back, and you're gonna continue to judge people, and you're not, and you need to start living for yourself. Okay, Scorpio, that's all that I have for you. I really hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm sending so much strength your way. I'm sending strength. A lot of it, all of it, take it. You have a lot of it, but I think that you need a little bit more, and I feel like this was a bit of a wake-up call for you, and I feel like the month of November is going to be very interesting for you, and I think that it is going to be very abundant, and I do have a lot of hope for you, and I hope that I see you again next week. I do want to invite you to check out your sun, moon, and rising, and I hope to see you again in another video. So have a wonderful day. Bye. Hello, hi, all of my beautiful Cancers. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. We're going to get right into it. This first card that we're going to be getting is going to represent last month. That's going to be September. Did I talk about this? I talked about the spread in the opening. It's gonna be eyeball spread, is what it's called, because my new deck is the zombie deck. In case you didn't watch the intro, I don't know. All right, so we're gonna start out with the card that best represents last month, September. What's the card that best represents last month for Cancer? What is a card that best represents last month for Cancer? What is a card? Oh, not the whole deck, please. It's a card that best represents last. We have the Queen of Wands coming out. I love that for you, Cancer. The Queen of Wands. What is a card that best represents the current month for Cancer? What is the card that best represents the current month for Cancer? It's a card that best represents the current month for Cancer. What is a card that best represents? I'm sorry, I have like these straps. I'm gonna be battling with them the whole time. I want you to know. It's a card that best represents the current month. Being very quiet today. What is a card that best represents current month for Cancer? We have the Ten of Swords coming out. What is a card that best represents the first week of November for Cancer? What is a card that best represents the first week of November for Cancer? Cancer. What is a card that best represents the first week of November for Cancer? We have the Knight of Hazards coming out. Hazards in this deck is Pentacles. What is a card that best represents the second week of November for Cancer? We have the Page of Swords coming out. It's a card that best represents the third week of November for Cancer. Best represents the third week of Eight of Wands is coming out. Oops. It's a card that best represents the last week of November. You have the Eight of Swords coming out. Ooh, sorry. And then a card that best represents next. Oh, no. Yes, a card that represents any possibilities for next month. We have the Two of Swords coming out. Okay. And your bottom deck energy is the Eight of Cups. All right, so I feel like, okay, starting out with the last month, which was September, we've got the Queen of Wands. So I feel like I feel like you were coming into your power or action. Let me grab my crystal. I feel like you were really taking a lot of action in September. You were doing a lot of things, and I don't think that you were really thinking them through, to be completely honest, because I feel like now you're in this sort of, with the Ten of Swords being your energy for October, now you're sort of in this energy where it's kind of like, you feel like you've lost. You feel like you've lost a lot. You're losing. And there's just parts of you that you keep losing, and you don't know how to get back to where you were. I'm literally hearing that Demi Lovato song. I want to get back to the old days when the phone would ring and I knew it was you. I want to talk back and get yelled at. Sorry, I just love Demi Lovato. Anyway, I feel like you're just not in a good place right now in October, and I feel like a lot of it has to stem from a lot of things that you did in September. And I feel like you are you're kind of wallowing in it, and you don't want to be wallowing in it. I feel like you want to look past it. I feel like you want to get to the point. You're like, I'm done with this. All right, let's move on. Definitely. So with the first week of November coming up, we have the Knight of Hazards, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So you're kind of really this is actually funny imagery, but I'm thinking about the main imagery in the Knight of Pentacles in the regular deck, where they're kind of holding the pentacle and they're on the horse and they're just holding it and they're gently going, but they're not taking their focus off of the Knight of Pentacles. They're just trying to move forward and really build something off of that. And kind of, I feel like that's what you're doing in the first week of November, is you're like, all right, we're not going to let the last month be like we're not gonna let this month be like the last month, okay? We're gonna move forward. We're gonna hold on to this dream that I have, and we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna hold on to it right now. We're gonna keep going, and we're just gonna see how it plays out. And I really feel like that's your energy for the first week. I feel like with the Page of Swords coming out in the second week of November, I just feel like I feel like it's just more of that energy. It's kind of like waiting in the wings. I mean, like, look at her. Look at her. It's kind of like you're waiting in the wings. You're kind of preparing what you can and waiting to move forward, which is crazy because then it's like the third week of November, you have this 8 of Wands, and then things really start to pick up. So you're kind of like, let's go, we're going forward, things are moving forward, and we waited long enough. You're like, I don't want to wait anymore. You're like, we're gonna do this, and this is how it's gonna go, and we're just gonna keep going. And I feel like that energy picks up that third week of November and then just takes you through to the rest of the year. I really do feel like it does. With this 8 of Swords coming out, I feel like there's parts of you that feel trapped, and you're not really trapped. That's really what the 8 of Swords is about, right? It's you're not trapped, but you think that you're trapped. So this energy may pick up, but you may still feel like internally that nothing is happening. Just be cautious of that. Be cautious, because your brain, it's all in your head. You know what I mean? Don't allow yourself to get trapped up in there. With the 2 of Swords coming out for energy for next month, it could really lead you to, if you allow yourself to remain trapped in this 8 of Swords energy, instead of consuming this 8 of Cups energy over here, which we have 3 8s right here. I just want to point that out. Which does signify a mass majority, like a majority of an abundance coming forth. So if you have, I feel like 2 choices. You allow yourself to be trapped, or to think that you're trapped and be trapped, and then be actually trapped, or allow yourself to let go and have an abundance of everything that you could ever need. All right, we're gonna clarify some of these. All right, with tarot, more tarot. All right, so the Knight of Hazards. Can we please? I'm gonna cut the deck one more time. For Cancer, can you please clarify the Knight of Hazards? Clarify the Knight of Hazards. We have the Emperor. Okay. I like that. Okay, so for the Page of Swords, can we clarify the Page of Swords? We have the Fool coming out. Yeah, the Fool. For the 8 of Wands, can we clarify the 8 of Wands, please, Spirit? The 6 of Wands is coming out. I like that for you, Cancer. And for the 8 of Swords, can we clarify the 8 of Swords? The 7 of Pentacles is coming out. Okay. And then the 10 of Swords. Can we clarify that 10 of Swords, please? Clarify the 10 of Swords. Clarify. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming out. Okay. We also had Strength coming out. Strength came out, and the Ace of Pentacles. And then can I just clarify that 2 of Swords, please, Spirit? Let's clarify the 2 of Swords. Can we clarify 2 of Swords? We have the Queen of Swords coming out, and the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups as well. And bottom deck energy is the 3 of Wands. All right. So with that first week of let's start with the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, we have the Strength and the Ace of Pentacles coming out. So I really do feel like you are not seeing all that you have within you to be able to get through this tough time and for you to start anew. With the Ace of Pentacles coming out, it definitely talks about starting something new, a new project, a new journey, something. And I think that if you just allow yourself to see that you can get through this, allow yourself to know that, then you can get through this and start this new journey and move forward. And then with that Knight of Pentacles, I see that that's going to be really beneficial for you to really like fixate on like carrying your goal and just dream and your hope, and that's really what's going to help you be able to take charge, not just want to take charge, but to take charge. The Emperor is what I really feel like that's saying. Like, he's ready. He's always ready. He's always ready. He's sitting on his throne, but he's got a staff in his hand. He's ready to battle. You're ready. You're ready. It doesn't. And then with the Page of Swords, it's like, but it's like, so you have all the first half of November. You really have everything that you need to be able to just take that leap of faith that the Fool is talking about, for you to just go for it. Like with the Page of Swords, how I said that it was like you're waiting in the wings. It's like the Fool isn't wait for no one. You're like, all right, here we go. And then that springs forward, like I said, into that 8 of Wands energy. And the 6 of Wands is what clarified that. So you're going to have victory and success in that 3rd week of November from you starting to take that action again, and you starting to move forward with that energy. That energy that's coming forth, which is, yes, you have that 8 of Swords, but what's clarifying that? That's 7 of Pentacles. So if you remember what hard work and dedication that you've put in and how you've gotten this far, and though yes, you have made maybe some impulsive decisions in the past, or maybe not even impulsive decisions, maybe they just were like, no, I'm thinking about impulsive decisions. I'm sorry, but like maybe you did think about it. Maybe it wasn't an impulsive decision, but maybe it just wasn't something that was beneficial to all parties, and that may hurt you in some way, but that doesn't leave you trapped. And you can see, I think, is what, if you can see what you can accomplish and what you have accomplished, then you won't feel trapped anymore. And if I can see with that 2 of Swords, with the Queen of Swords coming out and the Knight of Cups, you just have to take charge of your life, take charge of yourself, take charge of love and light, and then you can actually let go of these things and you can move forward. 3 of Wands is that bottom deck energy. I don't even know, did I say that? I did say that, did I? I don't remember. We're showing you again. I don't know. I don't remember if I said it, but that 3 of Wands is your bottom deck energy. Just looking out on that horizon, looking over the water, looking at what you're going to go towards, and you're going to go towards that. Go towards that, Cancer, okay? Have I been calling you Scorpio? Please tell me if I'm so sorry, Cancer. I'm very sorry. We're going to get some oracle cards to leave some advice for you for the month of November, Cancer. What is some advice that we can leave Cancer with for the month of November? What is some advice that we can leave Cancer with for the month of November? What is some advice we can leave Cancer with for the month of November? We have a focus on success. Ha, I like that for you. Yes, focus on success. Look forward is coming out as well. Yes, okay, this is what I'm talking about for you, Cancer. What else is some, oh, there's another card. Sorry, hold on, where'd it go? Where did it go? What? No, here we go, express your joy coming out. It looks like the same as like the back of the card, see? Okay, so you see how I couldn't find it? That's why I couldn't find it. And express your joy is coming out. What else? What is some of the other advice that we can offer Cancer before we let them go? We have make a plan coming out. Make a plan. No. Ooh, yes, make a plan. Reassess. Ooh, yes, that came out. They came out together. Reassess and make a plan, please. Okay, let's see. What is some other advice that we can offer Cancer before we let them go? What is some other advice that we can offer Cancer? Change tracks. All of these are just telling you that you need to change path, and you need to change you need to change your perspective on it all in order for you to move forward. There's something that you're just so fixated on, and doing it the same way that you've always done it, that's not gonna help, baby. It's really not. Face your adversities. Ooh, there are a lot of challenges that are coming your way, and you're going to have to face those in order to move forward, and in order for you to do that, and you have to, in order for you to do that, you have to face your shadow. You have to allow yourself to see the parts of you that aren't so pretty, and you have to allow yourself to heal. What is some other advice we can offer Cancer? We have love yourself. You have to love all parts of yourself, good, bad, ugly, whatever you want to call it. You have to do that, and you have to shine your light. Shine your light so that you can be seen, so that you can be heard, because you deserve that. And you have to build on solid ground. Build on solid ground, which is, that's your bottom deck energy. You really, in order for you to come into your own, you have to change course, Cancer. That's you. I don't wear my crystals. Sorry. You have to change course, Cancer. Whatever you've been doing lately isn't enough for you anymore, and it's time to change what's going on, change what's plaguing you, and stop. Don't remain in suffering anymore, and allow yourself to see the light at the end of the tunnel. See that you're as bright as that light, and shine and love you for who you are. Stop feeling so unlovable. You are lovable. You are loved. You are enough. And you have to start with you within, you know, the whole, you got to put your own life mask on first. You know, you can't ever, if that's even what you want, you can't ever help someone else if you don't help yourself first, Cancer. All right, that's all that I have for you today. I really hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm sending lots of love your way, and I hope that I want to invite you. Sorry, I got distracted because I want to invite you to check out your sun, moon, and rising, and I hope to see you again in another video. Bye!